NASCAR Xfinity Series qualifying is officially concluded for Mexico City, and Connor Zilisch has won the pole. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, NASCAR Xfinity Series qualifying is officially done for Mexico City, and Connor Zilisch has won the pole for this race. I believe this is Connor Zilisch's fourth pole of 2025, which I believe is the most of any driver in the NASCAR Xfinity Series currently at the moment, and he also has picked up his fifth career NASCAR Xfinity Series pole as well. It was noted on the CW broadcast as well. I believe he is the youngest driver ever to reach 5 career poles in NASCAR Xfinity Series competition. Look, going into this weekend, we knew that Connor Zilisch was going to be the favorite for the win because Connor Zilisch is so good at road courses. He won the race at Circuit America, has made it really hard on himself, but he had the fastest car in that event, and he also goes to the other races that happened, like Watkins Glen last year, where he won the pole by like half a second, I'm pretty sure, and went on to win the race later that day despite having penalties. So for him, the goal for Connor Zilisch going into this race is going to be to not make any mistakes like he's made the last couple times, because that 88 car is a rocket ship. There's not many guys, in my opinion, have anything for him in the field. We'll get to who I think has a chance to beat him in just a second here. But nonetheless, for Connor Zilisch, continues to impress me on a week-by-week basis. We know he's really good at road courses. If there's an opportunity to pick up the wins, even though he's been really strong at the ovals, tracks like this are going to be those really good opportunities to get it done. So nonetheless, congratulations to Connor Zilisch. I'm telling you, you think about the talk, also maybe him going cup racing in the future. There's been a lot of talk about that recently, maybe replacing Daniel Suarez. Runs like this are really, really important, especially with Suarez unfortunately crashing earlier today during qualifying. A really big deal for Connor Zilisch. Congratulations to him. I'm very high on him. He's really, really good. One of the best prospects we've seen in quite some time. Congratulations to him on winning his fourth pole, I believe, of 2025 and his fifth career NASCAR Xfinity Series pole. So now we're going to take a look at the top qualifiers from qualifying today and then move on and talk about the things to watch out for in this race. So Connor Zilisch wins the pole. Ty Gibbs qualifies second. In my opinion, Ty Gibbs is the only driver in this field that I think has any chance against Connor Zilisch. He looked really good out there in practice. Then 19 looked really, really strong. This actually is Ty Gibbs' first start in the Xfinity Series this year. I really like his chances. He's got a really fast car. I think he's the only one that's going to have anything for Connor Zilisch in the race today. Really impressive. He looked really good in Cup Series practice, having that earlier on-track activity early in the week. I think that really will help him. Great job for Ty Gibbs. He'll be starting in the front row in second place. Christopher Bell qualified third. Really impressive for the driver of the Sam Hunt racing machine. Bell had decent speed in practice. His car looked really good, and Bell is one of the best road course racers in the field. Sam Hunt, the 24, has been a little bit inconsistent at times, but really good speed from the 24 team. He'll start in third place. Great job for Christopher Bell. Carson Qualified qualifies fourth. He continues to impress me on these road courses. He was really good at Circuit Americas. He had really good speed in practice and starting in the top 5, despite the fact being nearly 8/10 of a second behind Connor Zilisch. Really impressive speed from Quaffle. I think he's got a good chance to get a great finish today. He'll start in 4th. Sammy Smith qualified 5th. Really didn't see much from Sammy Smith in practice, see him being a big factor for the victory later today, but really good speed for him. He'll start in 5th position. Good job for Sammy Smith. Sam Mayer qualifies 6th. This doesn't surprise me. Sam Mayer is a really good road course racer. He had pretty good speed in practice as well. Showed some really good stuff out there. I think that 41 car will be pretty fast in today's race as well. Probably top 5 minimum today. He'll start in 6th. Austin O qualifies 7th. He's an underrated guy at road courses. He's been very close to winning a few of these races, and I think he could have an outside shot at a really good finish today. Great run for him here in qualifying. He'll start in 7th position. Taylor Gray qualifies 8th. Continues to show some really good speed, especially when you look at the qualifying trim for this team. Good job for him to start inside the top 10 in 8th place. Good job for Taylor Gray. Nick Sanchez qualifies 9th. Another top 10 qualifying run. This 48 car has generally been really good in the races at road courses. Look at Parker Clearman over the last couple years, for example. Really good speed for Nick Sanchez. He'll start back in 9th spot. And Jesse Love qualified 10th. Jesse Love ran the Mazda MX-5 Cup race recently to get a little bit of experience and get prepared for the weekend. So Jesse's not that bad of a road racer. Actually pretty good at these types of tracks. He'll start in 10th. Williams Walsh qualified 11th. Decent speed for him. Can he just keep that up? That's going to be the big question because he has decent speed in the race, but he's had a lot of mistakes throughout the year and has not been able to get the finishes that he probably needs to get in that car. Decent job for him, though. He'll start in 11th. Justin Allgaier qualified 12th. I think he'll get up to the front for the end of the race. His speed looked decent on the long run, but a little surprised to see him down on the normal speed charts on a one-lap speed, but I think he'll be up front before the end of the day. Sheldon Creed qualified 13th. Kind of the same thing. Expected Creed to be a little bit quicker than he was in the practice session today, but decent speed starting inside the top 15. Austin Green qualified 14th. He could be a sleeper. That car looked really good in practice, looked solid in qualifying, showed some really good long run speed in particular. Good job from the start inside the top 15. and I think he's going to be a value pick for a potential top 10. Brandon Jones qualified 15th, not bad from him. Andres Perez qualified 16th. He's been pretty impressive this weekend, actually. I know he's not looked that great in truck competition, but I think he's done a really good job this weekend with DGM Racing. He's had top 20 speed all week long, and I've been really impressed. He does have prior experience at the track, which I think helps him, but nonetheless, really solid speed from the driver of the number 91 machine. He'll start in 16th. Matt DiBenedetto starting in 17th. Decent speed for Matt DiBenedetto. Had top 20 speed. Matt DiBenedetto's a pretty underrated road course guy, so not surprised to see him inside the top 20. He'll start in 17th place. Jeb Burton qualifies 18th. Jeremy Clements qualified 19th. Sage Karen with a decent top 20 star in the 53 car. Pretty good speed from the driver of the number 53 this week, and that Dave showed up with more speed than normal. Harrison Burton qualified 22nd, I believe. Solid job for Harrison Burton. Harrison Burton has, despite the fact AM Racing struggled to qualify races, Haley Deegan almost failed to qualify for a few races last year in the same car, and Harrison struggled in qualifying earlier this year, so good job for Harrison to start up there. Thomas Inuzieta qualified 23rd, Blaine Perkins qualified 24th, Ryan Ells starting 25th, Dean Thompson qualified back in 26th, Chris Wright qualified 27th, hanging the banner that he didn't really crash during practice today. Josh Leakey qualified 28th, Daniel Dye struggled in practice and qualifying, he'll start back at 29th, and Ryan Sieg will start in 30th. Ruben Vela qualified 31st. He was at times up inside the top 5 and top 10 in the practice speeds. Of course, won the NASCAR Mexico Championship, I believe, back in 2020. Solid job for him. I mean, 31st isn't great, but only be 2.5 seconds off the pace at a road course when Connor Zilisch is the guy that's dominating. Pretty good, all things considered. Josh Williams qualified 32nd. Brennan Poole was qualified 33rd. Christian Eggers had a braking issue and spun out a couple times in qualifying. He has struggled this weekend. He'll be starting 34th. The call cars are just not that good this weekend, including in their Cup Series program. Parker Westlife qualified 35th. Kyle C qualified 36th. Brad Perez qualified 37th. And Daniel Suarez qualified last. Let's talk about Daniel Suarez for a second. He had a really good lap going, but unfortunately ended up crashing into the tire barrier. He will likely have to use that provisional, unfortunately, to make the field, which means he will get classified with the finish in the race, but he will basically have to go to a provisional, which means he won't get any of the prize money. The 9 car will not get any of the owner's points, more than likely, unless another team does decide to take a chance and do it. He'll likely have to take that provisional to make the field. They have 36 in the owner points right now because that car's only ran like 4 or 5 races this year with Ross Chastain. We are going to see SVG in that car a couple times, but not the best start to weekend for Suarez. Going to have a lot of work to do in the race, but I think he'll be up front before the end of the event. And finally, Anthony Alfredo had an issue during practice. He also crashed in the tire barrier, so he did not get a chance and opportunity to qualify today. So now, let's talk about the overall stories from qualifying as well and talk about who are going to be the big factors in this race. So, track is very treacherous. A lot of guys were having issues locking up. Guys are having issues locking up in turn number 4. I think Christopher Bell spun out in the practice session, almost caused a big pileup and chain reaction behind him. You had guys stuffing into the tire barriers. It's going to be a very treacherous track, and the drivers are going to have to be on their point, and there are going to probably be a lot of mistakes we see in the race. The driver that wins this race, in my opinion, are the guys that are going to make the least amount of mistakes at the track. We also could see a lot of chaos in this race, as this track, I think, could provide a ton of chaos in today's Xfinity Series race. And finally, talk about the big factors. I think there's 2 drivers who are the major factors for the win right now, and that's Connor Zilisch and Ty Gibbs. Those 2 are lights ahead of everybody else in the field. They have the 2 fastest cars without question, and if Ty Gibbs wasn't in the field, I don't think Connor Zilisch would have a challenge. But at least Connor Zilisch is going to have a challenge this week, because I think if no one else is in the field like Ty Gibbs, and he had like a driver like, I don't know, maybe like Eric Almirola behind the wheel of that car, I do think there wouldn't be challenges. But I think those are the 2 main guys that will be going for the win and victory in the Xfinity Series race in a couple hours from now. So, that is going to be today's special reactions to qualifying from NASCAR Xfinity at Mexico. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. Word thoughts on NASCAR Xfinity Series qualifying, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and congratulate Connor Zilisch on winning his 4th pole, I believe, in 2025. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In a couple hours, today, we're going to see reactions to NASCAR Cup Series qualifying for Mexico City, and then, of course, we're going to have the Xfinity Series race video dropping in a couple hours from now. And then Sunday, we're going to have the starting lineup video for the NASCAR Cup race in Mexico City. And then, of course, we are going to have the Cup review from Mexico City. If any major news breaks over the next couple days, discuss it live on the channel. And then on Monday, we'll likely have a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel. And then on Tuesday, we're probably going to do a silly season update on the channel instead of an intro list video. We're probably going to do a silly season update dropping on the channel and probably put a couple race picks videos out later in this week. We had a lot of content coming out of people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen cars, Earnhardt, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Trackhouse, Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilisch, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, Red Bull, Donald Trump, all the good stuff we talk about on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.